currently on my way to go drive with Nate, who is one of David's drivers that he just hired, and so I'm gonna interview him and let's see the day in the life of a deal finder. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Do you mind me sitting in the front?
No, that's fine.
Okay, we're here with Nate. This is one of David's drivers.
What's going on?
You're gonna be a viral sensation.
Really?
So, how long have you been driving for David? Remind me.
I don't even know if it's been a month now, or yet.
Yet? How have you been liking it?
It's been awesome. I mean, it's really simple, straightforward. It's a pretty good gig, so I can't complain.
Excellent. Where are we driving today?
Do you have anywhere in mind, or just want me to?
Just do your thing.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Oh.
Are you a local from Indy? Like.
I mean, kind of. I'm from Bloomington, but I'm here for college.
And my thinking is, why wouldn't you want to do this hourly?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, at least when I was in college, no one paid this much for a job.
Like, it's it's still like for the most part like that, except for like Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they pay. I saw this like stuff for like 15 an hour, which is pretty good. Like I was considering that. Like
Well, yeah, 15 an hour.
I mean, 15 an hour is awesome. I mean, I thought I had it good as a server. Like I was making, I would say, yeah, probably 15 an hour on average, and that was really nice. But yeah, then something like this, like I did DoorDash too for a little bit, which is
Pretty.
I mean, it's like this, except I would say it's honestly more involved and more difficult, and this pays way more than that. So. And it's more consistent. Like I don't have to worry about getting orders. I mean, I just I know as long as I'm meeting David's requirements, I'm gonna get paid
Yeah.
my hours. So
Yeah, and he's having you work part-time, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think he kind of had us choose, but just with my school schedule, part-time works better. But I'm still trying to get as many as possible because, yeah, 20 an hour is like awesome. Like there's not many things I wouldn't do for 20 an hour.
Right, well, especially as a college student.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's people who are out of college that want to make 20 an hour.
There's probably people with like a degree in my major that
Correct.
make 20 an hour.
Correct. So how do you, like when do you decide you're going to drive? Is it just whenever it fits into your school schedule?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I usually drive every day because if I don't, then I just have to, like I don't want to go out and drive for like 7 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I found like 3 hours a day. I just get an hour like whenever I can, and that works.
How do you choose where you're driving?
So before I go out, I'll just kind of look on the map. I mean, after you do it, like I've only done this for like a month, and after 2 weeks you kind of figure out the areas, and just living in Indy, like
yeah.
You kind of know where to go. But I mean, he has his like guidelines he wants you to follow, so I just go and kind of use my knowledge I already have and to go and look for areas where he might want, like, you know, like I can show you more like I'm a visual learner, so I like to explain things with a visual.
Yeah, no.
So like whenever we stop I can.
Excellent. Love that. Would you have felt more comfortable had he said he was going to pay you through like PayPal or something, or would that be like the same thing as Venmo if it said Venmo?
I think that would have been the same thing. I don't really know what would have made that better, like initially with the like job description and everything. I think since he had us do like the 20 like test properties to like try out the app, I think Venmo is good for that. And I'm not gonna complain about that as a payment like method anyways, but I think to make it seem more legit,
you just kind of have to do it.
Yeah, I would say like direct deposit, but like he's not gonna like get your like bank account info just for like the 20 like test properties,
right?
You know, like yeah. So
you just have to kind of go dive in.
Yeah, you just kind of have to see what you're gonna get yourself into.
So did you feel you said you felt better once you talked to him, like, and you saw that he was a real person.
Yeah, no, like once I met him, like I haven't met him in person yet, but online I was just like, okay, yeah, this is this is fine. This is a legit operation.
Right.
This is an actual job. I'm actually getting paid. Like, it's a good company, so.
And you met him after you were done with the qualified properties, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd already been working for him for like a week before I actually talked to him. I guess you could say like face to face, computer screen to computer screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then after that, well, I wasn't really worried. Like, after that initial process, I wasn't really too worried. And then once I met him, I was just, all worries were gone.
Yeah. Were you looking on any other place besides Indeed for jobs? Like, were you looking on LinkedIn or anything, or was it just Indeed for the most part?
Literally just Indeed.
Okay. I always wonder, because a lot of college kids, like, I never know where I looked on Indeed, but like I know a lot of people go LinkedIn and stuff. But is that pretty popular? Like, Indeed's like pretty standard for people?
I really couldn't tell you. That's just me. That's just because Indeed's like easy. I mean, you search, like, you look up jobs in Indeed, and then like Indeed's the first thing that pops up. So
right.
That's just me. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you're looking for like a more professional job, like a career, I don't know if I would use Indeed. That might be like LinkedIn, but
yeah.
Just for like a college job, yeah, Indeed.
I'm sure. Have you told? How have your friends reacted to that? You telling them that this is what you do?
I don't. They're like, well, they don't really like believe that it's like like an actual job, like, because it sounds weird when I say I'm going to work, like, because I don't feel like I'm going to work. Like, I go usually get coffee and then I go drive around, listen to a podcast. Like, it's not work, really. You don't have any human interaction.
You don't, like, I mean, what has been the, like, if any, I don't know, things that, do you get weirded out of people? Have people come out and tried when you're taking a picture or anything like that? Like,
no, I mean, no one's came out. There's, like, a lot of times there's people sitting on their porch or something, and I mean, it can be like a little awkward, but it's not like, I mean, I'm just gonna like take a picture and drive away. I'm not like sitting there watching them or anything.
Yeah, I end up usually waving, or I get like a reflective vest from Amazon I wear, and I'm like, oh, I'm a meter. It's fine. Okay, take me through your process.
Okay.
So we're here.
So this is where I was this morning. That's why I came here, just because I know it's an area with a lot of properties. So.
Tall grass.
That's really the first thing I look for. I mean, you'll probably want me to go through my whole process, like.
Correct.
Later, but
I do want you to tell me all the things.
Okay, yeah, this is going. So, I don't know if you want me to start a drive. I'll just go ahead and do that.
You just do what you would normally do.
Okay, so to start driving, and then here we are. So, obviously this is a good area. It's got, so the green boxes are what, like, properties he's looking for, like houses that would be of value to David.
Yeah.
So, like, and we've been instructed obviously to go to areas with a lot of the green boxes. So normally I just, like, my first few minutes is just kind of like look around. You can kind of see where I've been earlier with the green lines, but normally for me, I like to go up north or like northeast. I mean, so far that's where I found a lot of good areas and good neighborhoods.
Driven a good amount.
I think that was only today.
Oh my gosh! Killing it over here.
It looks like it's a lot more than it actually is.
I love that.
I just like weave back and forth, like, in neighborhoods. But so yeah, this neighborhood has a lot of good properties. So I really just kind of keep it like this, and then if I see a good house, and or not a good house, because that's not what we're looking for.
A qualified property.
Yeah, a qualified property. Then I'll pull over, and I mean, like, just like this one, for example, just add lead.
Yeah.
And then I'll take a picture of it, and then that's it, and then I'll pull away and look for the next one.
All right.
And a lot of times there's like quite a few houses like on the same street that I could use, so it's really pretty simple.
Perfect.
So.
All right, let's go.
All right.
I'm just gonna watch you do your thing.
Okay.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
You want me me to like describe like?
Yeah, like what are you?
Yeah. So I mean, I would say the most challenging part of my job, which a challenge is a stretch, would be just like looking, especially in an area like this, like looking to try to find like a house I would like stop in front of. And another challenge is like sometimes there's a lot of like cars lined up on the block, and it's kind of hard to pull over if you have someone behind you or something.
Yeah.
But that's not really a challenge. So I'll just go like up the street. I just weave like in and out of the streets. I kind of plan out my routes a little bit ahead of time. Whenever I stop, I'll like look to see where I want to go next.
That's a good idea.
Like if I'm just driving and I see like bushes, like obviously those aren't like untrimmed or anything really, but like if they're like, if I see like big bushes or something, like that might be an indicator that it's a property I would want. Or like a lot of times like overgrown lawn or something like that, or vines growing on the side of a house you can see from a ways away really. So
just something that looks,
yeah, just something like quick that kind of gives me an indication that I should look at it a little bit closer. So here, like this one right here, 117. Yeah, so that's one that I would do. Just, I mean, I would see the grass at first, and then it doesn't really look like it's too taken care of, and just like the whole, kind of look around the sides too, and if they're, I don't know, not like necessarily torn up or anything, but just like, yeah, that side especially is a lot better example. Just overgrown really.
Yeah.
That's the majority of the properties that I get are just really overgrown.
Yeah, I'm very lazy nowadays, and I don't take pictures of the property, because what we have too is, which you should not forget to take a picture, but if anybody ever were to, it auto-populates from the Google image.
Yeah.
So this is what the postcards can look like.
Oh, okay.
So your picture goes right there.
Okay.
That's just,
I like that.
Yeah. It's super interesting. Like, I mean, and so you can make different templates and all that good stuff.
Well, and it looks official, because like if I were to like get a postcard with a picture of my house on it, and it was like a weird, I would be like, oh, who's taking a picture of my house? But if it was someone offering to buy it, then that would be, they have a legitimate reason.
Right. Yeah. And that's why, like, you can put like your logo on it. You can put, I like putting my face on it, so that way they know I'm a person, and like I'm not just, I am a friendly face that's not just coming to creep by your house.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you'll end up being a DealMachine member as you start investing in real estate. Like, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah. I really appreciate you taking me out today.
Yeah, of course.
And letting me record you. And letting David record you.
And if you need someone to do it again, then I'm available.
Oh, we'll become BFFs. Do you have a minimum of properties he tells you to put in?
12.
12?
Yeah.
Got it.
Which is very reasonable.
Okay. I was about to say, do you think that's pretty easy?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah. How many, what's the most you've gotten in an hour?
I think when I first started, I got like 30 something, but that was before he kind of set the guidelines. So that was when I just thought I just had to go to like the worst neighborhood I could and find like all the worst houses.
So then did he give you like feedback for it?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah. So whenever I actually had my like job interview, he went through it and told me like what he was looking for, and now I would say 15 or 16 is a good average.
Okay. That's good, because then you know they're really qualified properties.
Yeah. Because sometimes, I mean, I'll like go to an area I think will be good, but then I get there and there's like no neighborhoods around me where he would want anything. So then I kind of just have to go to like a different area of town, and that can take a little bit longer and I'll get less per hour, but that happens.
Yeah. I feel like you're gonna find that in some places.
Yeah.
I know I go somewhere and I'm just like, oh, there's nothing, literally.
Well, then some places, like, I'll look on the map and it'll be all green boxes, and I'll be like, oh, this is awesome. I'll be able to find so many houses here, but then it's just some, like, crazy nice neighborhood.
And you're like, no wonder these people haven't left.
Yeah.
All right, here, we're gonna have Nate again sometime soon. Do you like Nathaniel or Nate?
Oh, Nate's fine.
Nate's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Nate, for taking us along.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. Just